Spawning in the bottom right, it's our blue Zerg player. Playing for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. This is Rogue. And spawning in the top left, it's our red Terran player. Also for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. This is Cure. It's so much Dragon Phoenix Gaming in this Group B. Poor Classic. All of his friends. With the Dragon Phoenix Gamers, and his logo's just a dragon. It's only 1/3. I mean, the dragon's pretty cool, though. I don't know. Do I have to remain non-biased for Alpha X in an Alpha X event? I'm just asking for a friend. Also, folks, if you're here of the Ignition Pro Circuit, please let us know. You too could be one of the beautiful people in the chat. Classic is in fact a gamer. This is true. He's a phoenix as he rose from the ashes of military service to return as a top pro. It's beautiful. Put that in some calligraphy font, slap that in a book, sell it for $4.99. You can like hang it in your house. There we go. Motivational home decor. Instead of live, laugh, love, it's like Dragon Phoenix Gaming. I don't know. DPG, if you want some consulting on some new merchandise, give me a call. So I got it all figured out, I guess. All right, Cure versus Rogue. Tale as old as time. It's a ZVT. Rogue's also going to take the triangle expand once again here on Lightshade. I think that's just where he likes to be. I mean, to be fair, that third base does have a lot of space to maneuver. Feel as if, though, like this is a really nasty kind of choke. Does have a good wraparound point, but no. 1-1-1 opening here for Cure. Gonna pump out a couple of those Hellions. Now, the winner of this series will be advancing on to the playoffs that will be taking place. I haven't looked. Has anyone ever started a sentence and you realize, wait, I don't know the end? It's a journey we can take together, but sometimes on the internet, when you say things, people want you to be right. Well, this is actually a scary bit of damage here. The drones are going to get brought into fight. They're fighting against their greatest enemy, but they're gonna box up. No, 6. I think that's a couple too many. It's a couple more than he should have been able to get away with. So Cure should feel good about that. It's going to be additional. Imagine if those had been there. I mean, we'd be going to game number 2 already. That would have been too much damage. But it's going to be a tech lab. Did he see that? He does. He spots the Banshee. He's even going to see the Banshee pop out. So now there's absolutely no confusion. This is going to be Cloak Banshee timing for Cure. Now, this is still a sizable amount of Hellions, and not that many units. There's no Zerglings. It's Queens only. Rogue is currently playing all Queens in this game number 1, and the Queens are going to get completely run around here. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Chat, make it stop. Chat, make it stop. Why? Okay, so the Banshee's going to come out here. It was a lot of damage. Basically equalizes Cure on the worker count, but this is going to be the telling story. Sizable amount of damage. Now, the Queens are going to be in a position to deal with this, so this should be fine. Yeah, 2 Queens in the main, 2 Queens in the natural, 2 Queens in the third, all with a Spore Crawler, so this should be deflected. already lost 20 plus workers. Good news, sir. We cut the arm off. The infection only spread to the rest of the body. Oh. Okay. Sure. But good job. Good job with that amputation. Is he gonna... Yeah, he's gonna lose one of those Banshees. In fact, he's gonna lose both of them. How careless of the Terran player. I think Cure's in a wonderful spot here. Rogue is not rocking a big army supply right now. He is just desperately trying to get his drone count repopulated here. 61 to 54, but again, like, the income advantage has been in Cure's favor for quite some time. Oh, this actually could be a good scout here if the Lings don't run out and get walled out again. Oh, okay. I guess they'll find a little bit of damage out here at the third base location, so that's helpful. The nice little push that's going to come across for Cure, though. Again, this unit count is not very high. It's 20 Lings. There are a few Banes in the production tab. Tank's going to stay up high, though. And there is no high ground vision right now, so that tank will be able to fire uncontested. Second tank going to come down here. And transfuses go to offer the Queens a little bit of relief. Now, this could finally be a good follow-up push for Rogue, depending on where he wants to go with those Lings. Could easily bring those Lings down for a wraparound, but yes, I was just going to say, but you might as well just go for the third base location. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Okay, now there's something here, and this is going to be dealt with swiftly. Yeah, goodbye. Okay, anyways, back to... Oh, we're going to try it again? Oh, yeah, tank says goodbye. Okay, the creep spread's going to be dealt with. The fourth base is heavily delayed here. We're at the 8-minute mark. No fourth base as of yet. I mean, this is very difficult to get into. Even now that the Mutas are out on the map, they're going to get +1 flyer attack, but there's plenty of Marines. And the Marines are in a good spot. They've got 1-1. They've got still a little bit more medevac support. Now, this is looking a little bit stronger. I think Cure is trying to manipulate how he pushes here. He really does need these Mutas to help protect these tanks. There's not enough here. Okay, yeah, the tanks should go down. Not going to be near enough support to hold that down. One follow-up tank will be helpful. Keeping the medevacs alive is really smart as well, but Cure just continually, like, he needs to get 2 or 3 lucky breaks just to get back into this game, because losing this base right now is a non-negotiable. Going down to 2 base would be devastating. It's just going to be devastating. So instead of losing the base, he's going to lose the Mutas. I cannot decide which might be worse. I'm going to tell you, that was the worst choice. Cure takes game number 1. Very, very convincing play here over Rogue. 1 win away from advancing out of the Group B in first place. Alrighty. Currently down 0-1 in this winner's match. Spawning in the bottom right of Romanticide. It's our blue Zerg player for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. This is Rogue. And spawning in the top left, our red Terran player for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. This is Cure. Folks, Sushi, the hero we need, not the one we deserve. Using that Match Arena link. Click on that Match Arena link for me. This game's going to take a couple minutes to boot up. I promise I'm going to talk you all the way through it. Don't worry, I'm here for you. Because Rogue is throwing down a spawning pool, so you have just enough time. Click on that link to claim the code for our Match Reno. Match Reno, a great sponsor of community esports. We could not do so many of the things at AlphaX that we do without Match Reno as a partner. So please do help us get this prize pool as full as possible. You're going to click the link. You're going to log in the top right-hand corner, and then you're going to click the claim code button. It's like 4 clicks, I promise. There's 13 codes left. I know that you wonderful men, women, and everyone of the internet can help make this happen. There are 6 Zerglings. I told you I'd talk you through this. There's time. There's just enough time for you to Ling Rush the Matcherino codes. So please thank you for considering that. You can't truly be here of the Ignition Pro Circuit if you don't at least take a look at the Matcherino. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. So I like to remind my students, I'm a band teacher, not a cop. I can't make you do something. But you're going to feel really sad if you don't. All right, so Rogue going out of his way here to try and get across the map, and he is going to be able to dodge the opening scouts. So this Reaper's going to be in the wrong spot. This is going to be a dead worker down on the low ground. One Marine. It's not going to be enough. What are you thinking? Oh, beautiful. I was going to say, you better close that. Oh my god, I pulled so many workers. Oh no, my sneeze is coming. It's been so long. Why? Why now? I mean, this is a lot of dead workers on the ramp. It's a decent amount of damage here. 3 workers are going to go down. 4 workers are going to go down? No. 4 workers do not go down. But it is a good delay on the natural expand. It does bring the Reaper back home. 1 SCV lives to tell the tale. He's writing down in his journal right now about the chaos and carnage that he saw. Rogue's going to be able to toss down his 3rd base here. On top of things, so all in all, not a terrible position here for the Zerg player. If you look at that income advantage, it is, again, looks like a sharp decline. This is only from 300 to 300. It's not an overwhelming advantage shift. The 3rd base. On the way for Cure. I mean, that 3rd base is going to be done almost at the same time that the 2nd orbital is completed. I think that's definitely worth noting. Now, okay, we do have Ling speed, metabolic boost, if you will. The bougiest of Ling speeds. But I think the onus is now going to fall onto Rogue to make sure that this 3rd base does get scouted, because this getting dropped before the 5-minute mark could have some major implications for Cure. He's going to have enough forward army here to try and keep Rogue pinned back, because even just 2 Hellions, I mean, we saw that game number 1, even just 2 Hellions can make a world of difference when you are trying to defend a rather open set of mineral lines. So not that many units here. There's only 9 Zerglings. The Queens are doing a remarkable job alongside this. Cure is going to get additional damage done with this Viking. The Viking's just going to lift up and say, see ya! And back behind this, Cure's just going to pump out SCVs. I mean, he's pumping them 3 at a time. He's picking up additional barracks. This is great harassment here. I mean, what a wonderful position for Cure to be in. This is very, very good play here by the Terran player. Now, Rogue's trying not to be outdone. He's trying to work on that creep spread. But I'm a bit concerned here. This is not a lot of Lings for a significant amount of Hellions. Queens are going to be able to rotate a little bit better, so that's going to be fine. The creep spread is in good enough condition that those Queens can rotate from bottom to top pretty quick. And it takes Cure just a little bit longer to do that himself. Picking off one of the Overlords, though. It's pretty nice. Rogue trying desperately to see if he can spot an outgoing drop to try and move across the map. Not going to spot too much at this point. But we have a Baneling Nest coming down behind this for Rogue as he starts to work into his later game tech. It is just going to more than likely... I am I'm anticipating that this is probably just going to be Noodling Bane. But I also wouldn't put this past Rogue to get that +1 melee Carapace, and then just running Ling Bane Queen into the late game. I feel like his layer's a bit too late, though. Okay. That being said, though, we're now getting 2 hatcheries. It's a macro hatch and a 4th base hatch. Yeah. So this is just going to end up being Ling Bane Queen. So Rogue is going to be on the defensive here for quite some time in game number 2. And he's going to have to be. I think he was going to be anyways. But now that 1-1's going to be finished up here, this is going to start boiling into a bit of a contact point for Rogue. Still no Baneling speed as of yet, so as these units do come off of creep... Oh, this is actually going to be a really good surround. There's so many Zerglings. Who said that Rogue was going to be on the defensive? Who said that? That person was wrong. Rogue's going to find a good amount of damage here. He wants to try and get across. He absolutely could, but I think Cure does a good job of anchoring this down. He's got walls into both of those 3rd base locations. Banelings will easily deal with that, especially as Baneling speed finishes up here in the next couple of moments. Mines, Mines are going to be a problem for Rogue. But he's got his 4th base already secured. His 5th base is coming up as well. We're getting into Hydra Tech. Hydraling Bane. Hello. We all just hop back in time. We're going to have a little bit of Hydra Lurker down the stretch here. Burrow's going to come into place as well. Oh. Good connection. Now, I want the content kill, chat. I think we all want the content kill. What's the content kill, you might ask? Burrowed Banelings. Bio Army. Bio Army cruises forward and goes, gosh, guys, I hope there aren't any Banelings burrowed into the ground. And then suddenly, 30 Marines just end up obliterating themselves. Then we all pog, and we all click the clip button, and then we all go to Twitter to see all the likes, the retweets. See the comments already. Rogue's amazing! How did he do it? I can't believe Cure didn't scan forward. This is why Zerg is OP. I'm basically making the event happen. Just vicariously through myself. Alright, so armory does mean that these Widow Mines are not going to be able to spot. They're not going to be spotted, rather. We've got the Lurker Den already complete. Hive is done as well, so that means we have the Lurker upgrades on the way. And we're 10 minutes into the 45-minute game I called, so only 35 minutes left. Cure is maxed out, though. He's a pretty sizable army advantage. But what is his army advantage in? I think it's just... Yeah, it's just Biomine. So I think that's worth noting. We are going to get the Lurker transition here, though. So that will start to equalize things. A Nidus Network. Okay. Nidus Network is going to be good to provide a little bit of extra advantage here. The Ghost Academy does just get finished up. Should be a pretty decent back and forth, and you gotta give Rogue credit here. Rogue's got a really nice coverage of Spore Crawlers to try and prevent some of those, or rather, he wants to dissuade his opponent. Oh, this is actually good damage here. Oh, these Lurkers are gonna get a lot of free shots off, but the Nidus Worm is gonna be the spicy part. Should get shut down. I don't think much is going to come out of that. Couple of, okay, all right, couple of Lurkers do make their way out. That's It's a bit annoying here. It's going to keep that Nidus Worm alive, at least for now. That's a lot of bio cleaned up here on the high side, but this base is going to get taken down as a result. Brenda over here, asleep on the job. She's not paying attention. Now, Liberator Count's going to keep things protected relatively back home. But Cure's not going to be able to look everywhere all at once, so suddenly Banelings are going to be able to start popping off different parts of these bio forces. Cure is getting whittled down just a little bit. But I think the Liberators are going to keep the shenanigans with the Nidus Worm at play. So as a result, we're just going to have continued 4-base production for Cure. Now, we do have Vipers incoming. And Vipers are going to be very helpful here, especially against the Liberator count. But there's not a whole lot else that sieges that's going to take advantage. Oh my gosh, that door is just wide open. Thank you. Cure's like, excuse me, hold on. I would like to raise my depot, please. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Lurker Den. Gonna finish up the last Lurker research tool. Additional Nidus Worm gonna go down. How many of those Lurkers do we have on the field? We have 8? Are there any inside of this? No, it doesn't matter. So these Lurkers are just gonna knock down the wall of Cure. And we're going to get additional setups here. There is no scan as of this moment, so those are not going to work as intended. The Nidus Worm's just here on the high side, so scare tactics more than anything. Oh, there's double Nidus Worm. There's 2. Where are the Nidus Worm? Oh, they're just both right there. Cool. All right, I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. Okay, that's a Zergling Burrow. That's not our content kill. Oh, nice. Okay. Using the Vipers for the parasitic bombs. Not super effective, but it will drive the Liberators off and away. Ah, yes. Nidus Worm was lonely. Needs its good pal, second Nidus Worm. Okay, that's another base that goes down here. So the third base has been picked off. This base was picked off, and it's going to be populated by the mine. Good drop here in the top right corner of the map will prevent more mining from happening, and this is starting to look a little bit dicey here for Rogue. Cure is getting on top of some valuable infrastructure of his opponent, but Rogue is going to strike back on his own accord here on the left-hand side of the map, and things are starting to get a little bit dicey as there are multiple attacks happening in multiple fronts of this map. Now, these ghosts are going to find a lot of valuable damage here. They do have personal cloaking device. We've got nukes on the way. We have +2 missile attack just finishing up. The Hydras now here at the 15-minute mark. Finally are going to have some Hydra upgrades. Okay, we do have Groove Spine, so I'm just going to get that speed upgrade. So Hydras are going to continue being a part of the overall composition here for Rogue. Okay, is he going to be able to stutter step these Liberators down? He will. It does come at a pretty high cost, but I think this is a what can you do moment. Are you be able to clean that up? Yes, okay. This is a very, very graphic back and forth here. Okay, so high-sec tracking coming into place. We also have the Neo Steel frame upgrade. And now our first nuke on the way. Ah, this is mwah. Welcome to Romanticide. Oh, don't accidentally just lose all your lanes. Ooh, okay, nice little trait. That was a good choke. So Rogue's gonna try and squeeze a little bit of life out of that push. But it's just Cure all over the map right now. This is becoming increasingly difficult for Rogue to try and find any positional advantage. He's not able to really secure the base in the top right-hand corner. This base is going to stay fine for now. It's a good scan down here in the bottom left. To try and keep this alive. This knight is on the top side. It's going to go down as well. And, I mean, without any real dive into either the production or one of the inner bases of Cure, I mean, Rogue's having a difficult time really locking in any positional advantage. Okay, he's going to try. He's going to try this. Excuse me, tank? Oh, too close to the tank. Okay, that's actually... This could actually be a lot of damage here, because these are just going to pop right on top of the tank. Okay, he is going to get a decent amount of damage, but now it is gone, and now the production has been sieged here. Rogue! Has Rogue finally done it? He's gotten lurkers into a couple of different locations. This is still a really tough choke to try and play into, and now this army is rather softened up. 13 workers have already gone down. The production is a little bit stilted right now. And wouldn't it just be devastating if a whole bunch of Hydras popped right out of this Nidus Worm? It's going to take a ridiculous amount of time to try and position on top of this. And there might just be enough time for Hydras to pop out here. So this is the production kill that he absolutely needed. I wish the battle report showed building kills. I wish. I wish desperately. Okay, good Baneling connections do kill off the ghosts, but not much else. I think Rogue finally got the positional advantage he needed. Yeah, this is so much production gone. I think on top of it, he did manage to get worker kills here, so 95 to 54. There's additional Nidus Worms being spawned around the map. This one still is alive. I mean, that lurker is just now getting picked off. Look at this main base. His main base is in shambles. Shambles, I tell you. Shambles. What do the upgrades look like? 3-3 for these Adrenalings. That one tank's not going to be enough to solve this. I was going to say that tank needs to go down. This second tank is not going to be enough to solve this. It's 11 more worker kills. Cure's down to 42 worker count. Look at that. 25-50 income advantage. These Lings are still finding a good amount of damage. There's additional tanks. The tanks are rather strong. They're 2-1 tanks. But that's 18 more worker kills. 19 worker kills. This is additional kills here. This lurker's found 9 at this base alone. Cure is down to 33 workers, and he just cannot stabilize. Meanwhile, Rogue's able to get the top right corner once again. He's taken the bottom. He's taken the second close to the bottom. This still has not been adequately dealt with. He's on hold? Oh, no. That's just obliterated. This was very patient play here by Rogue. Rogue's currently on the verge of securing a game number 3 in this series. Cure still has a pretty sizable army here. This does need to connect appropriately. Hydra should be able to take care of the Liberators. They absolutely do. But will the Banelings be enough? I think so. Cure. GG is called. Not a 45-minute game, but a nice long one here to set us up for a game number 3 between Cure and Rogue in this best of 3 winners match. To map number 3, the winner of this game will be crowned our first place champion of Group B. Spawning in the bottom left could be this player, our Red Terran from Dragon Phoenix Gaming. This is Cure. Or it could be this player spawning in the bottom right. Our blue Zerg, also for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. This is Rogue. All right, no early pool. 'Tis only a hatch gas pool. The loneliest of Zerg openings. Rogue doing his diligence to just double check that there aren't two barracks sitting out here. That would be the kind of shenanigans that could take place. They are going to be shenanigans, just in slightly different locations. Now the question is going to be whether or not Rogue has the game sense to come down here and scout. He is going to see the first barracks. That should not give him any strange indicators. It's getting really close to this. It's like right there. Ooh, okay. So this is going to be this is going to end up being spotted. If Rogue is paying attention, he's going to notice the second Reaper being way too fast. I wouldn't be surprised to see increased Ling production off of the heels of this second Reaper, but right now it is going to be more drones. Here comes the second Reaper to aid in this battle, and now suddenly this should be a bit more code red here for Rogue. Yeah, the Queen's going to get pulled up from the natural. There is an additional Queen in production, so that's not going to be the end-all be-all for everything, but one more Reaper is going to be joining. Two in total. So 4 Reapers max. 4 Reapers can get a lot of damage done. I've seen Beyond play. Ooh, that one Queen getting dangerously low here. Kiori's going to continue working away on this. Getting a Queen at this point and being able to get out with all the Reapers would be huge amount of damage. Oh, he's going to be able to kill off a lot of these Lings as well. That means this Queen is going to be under fire. Additional Lings are going to go down. The Reapers are just continually microed backwards. One Reaper finally goes down. But look at the exchange here. It's a substantial advantage for Kior. Back behind this, Kior's also going to pick up Stim. So this is going to be a quick response timing. It's not going to have the same kind of push potential that a normal fast Stim would have. The factory is only now getting completed. That means the medevacs are going to be delayed just by a little bit. Yeah, there's going to be the reactor on the factory. Might have a couple of Hellions. Think he might have time for that? Maybe not. Oh, he's actually just going to go for one medevac. Kind of thought that hot swap would happen a little bit quicker, but instead wants to try and get that factory up and running. We do see an armory coming down as well, so we are going to get more mine play. Those mines are going to be effective out the gate. Now, what does Rogue have building up here? Rogue is going to throw down a Roach Warren. He's anticipating mech at this point. I mean, to be fair, Joe's going to be coming across here with 4 Hellions, which is going to be mitigated appropriately by a Roach production. So 6 Roaches are going to pop out. That actually might be perfect timing. The Bio Force is going to be the scary part here. There is only 1 medevac, so each stem is still pretty valuable, but it will be a good amount of damage all the way around. think the Hellbats might be the scary part of this. Bio is a bit far forward, though. Here go the Hellbats. Rogue is supply blocked, so that is a uncomfortable truth here for Rogue. But I think he's got just enough DPS to be able to shut this down. Good concave, good queen coverage, good roaches. The roaches pop at just the right time. So Rogue is prepared and ready to go. And now, Cure's going to be able to react. He is not delayed on getting his third base not only put together, but also out to the right spot. So Cure should be able to hang on here, but his push is not quite done. This buy's going to come on forward here. The queens are the scary part of this army here for Rogue. So if Cure's able to clean up the queen, suddenly this advantage does dwindle, especially since there won't be anything really to deal with the Liberators. And this is increasingly becoming a scary situation here for Rogue. Rogue's going to be locked out of his third base for a brief amount of time. The Ravagers should be able to shut this down. There go those Ravager Biles. That Liberator will poof disappear by the time we go look at it once again. Oh, it's gone like magic. So Rogue, how does Rogue fare on this? I mean, it's pretty close to the center. You got to give that that hold to Rogue there. The Medevac's going to chill. Bait out a couple of Biles. NBD. Here goes the fourth base down at the gold mineral patches. And we kind of settle down for a moment. It's a 1-1 upgrade timing coming in here for Cure. But Rogue's going to go for this really powerful Roach Ravager timing alongside Nidus Network. But that's actually a bit unfortunate here. The Overseer is going to get spotted here by the Liberator. That means there's going to have to be additional vision here. Rogue's going to be able to get it. He's got an Overseer morphing, and it should be able to get there roughly on time. Maybe a couple minutes late. Traffic, a little busy on Blackburn. But Cure has the same amount of army supply. It's all going to come down to positioning at this point, and I think Rogue is doing what he needs to. The question is, whether or not he's going to be able to surprise his opponent, and he's not going to be able to. So instead, in this situation here, Rogue is going to try and engage at that third base location. Not going to be able to sneak any of those units in via Nidus. There are still just enough units. So then the question is, does he have the positioning here against the tanks? Right now, one tank says no. But what will the reinforcements bring across the map? Is this Nidus Worm going to bring us any additional support? It's going to bring additional roaches. So it's not a useless position to try and play. Nidus Network could possibly go there. Yeah, there it will. I mean, that'll be in clear vision of everything. But this could, again, once Rogue gets that finished, could be the positioning that he's looking for. He might just dive on in. Doesn't happen to be the case, though. Swiftly dealt with here. Cure with a great positional advantage, and this is where Rogue excelled in game number 2, was able to punish a lot of Cure's defensive play by finally working his way in. Now, I don't know how I feel about this particular Nidus Worm. It's not going to get a lot done. We do have a Hydra Den already taken care of. The Hive is on the way at this point. Lurkers are going to be on the way. And now we're going to start getting into a longer form game once again. Oh, this is a nice little choke here for Cure. He has the tank coverage so he can continue engaging on top of this army. Rogue is going to try and trade out as much as he possibly can here. I was thinking he was trying to create a little bit of supply cap for Hydras, but he's deciding to get more roaches on the production. Those files are always just like a couple pixels away from just obliterating an entire line of mineral, or medevacs rather. That lurker done just about to finish up, but this is a scary army push coming across. I feel like Rogue cannot afford to let some of this get into position, because there's a lot of tanks. I mean, this base will be shut down. That will not be a question at this point. The 4th base command center is going to go down. Yet this base is now gone. I love the spread here. Look at the spread of these tanks. That's going to make them more protected against possible biles. And now, once again, we're going to get a giant push. There's no tanks over here. So this army is going to be rather scary. The Bioforce is going to try and divide this army in two, but it is going to pull Rogue over from this location. And now suddenly this is going from bad to worse. This is a scary push on Rogue's side of the map, but right now Rogue has taken 24 workers away from Cure. From an income advantage perspective, it's a great position here for Rogue, but does he have enough to be able to stop this push here? These tanks are going to be in really good position. This is very difficult to try and siege into if you're the Zerg player, because you do lack this ramp right here. So that means these tanks are going to have some pretty decent coverage against Biles. The base went down, the top right corner base went down, this base went down. That's a lot of base kills. And he's going to be able to pick off this base as well, and he's going to doom drop into, well, somewhere. He thought about the main. He might just try and pick off a few more workers. Doesn't it end up being the case? But I mean, this army still has not been dealt with. These tanks continue to rotate forward. +1 tanks. The 3-3 upgrades still on the way. Oh, I mean, this is exactly the equalizing force that Cure needed against his opponent. And now we're seeing 169 to 145. What a nice position here for Cure. And now he should just be able to slow push from the high side. I failed to recognize that I was still all the way zoomed out. Oh, that's going to be a lot of damage here. Rogue's going to try and get as much damage as he can, but Cure has secured the win. 2-1. He advances out of Group B in first place. Well done by the Terran player.